welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Jillian and I make videos on minimal and intentional living. In last week's video, I let you know about a project that I am doing for November, and basically I am focusing on my wardrobe and the clothing that I already own for this month. So for this first week, I am going to be doing a wardrobe inventory where I am going to catalog all of the clothes that I own. And then next week, I am going to be doing a mending and upcycling video. And then the week after that, I will be doing a sewing project. And the last week is still a little bit up in the air. So as I asked you last week, drop any types of videos that you would want to see in terms of styling or caring for clothing. I have about a 3-hour window where I can work on this project today, and whatever I have left over I will pick up tomorrow. I have already done a little bit of work to prepare for today. I downloaded the Indyx app because I like how that one looks, and I also like some of the functions of that app more than some other ones that I have seen. And I have also added about 44 items, and these are already images that I already had on my phone or my computer, just based on how I've been documenting my low buy year. Plus, I had actually tried to do this back in January and I got overwhelmed by the project, so I gave up on it. But I still have those images from when I tried it the first time around. However, I feel like I'm at a good place with my wardrobe right now, and I have decluttered quite a few items, which makes it feel a little bit less overwhelming. So now that I have 44 items already put into the app, I am actually going to spend today going through each category and cataloging as many as I can. My plan is to just do photos right now, and then I will upload them to the app later on this evening maybe, or tomorrow. I'm trying to break the whole process up into manageable chunks so that it doesn't feel like too much. For a lot of my items, which are secondhand and vintage, I think it's going to be hard to find a flat lay item for them. So I was trying to figure out how I was going to get like a nice photo of the item without having one of my black hangers in the picture or like affecting, say, a white shirt. And just so happens that my son had a shirt that I had sent to the dry cleaner the last time that he wore it, and it came back on a white wire hanger that you can barely see, especially because I'm going to be taking pictures against a white door, and I think that this will work out perfectly. So I'm kind of excited about that discovery, and I think it's going to make this process so much easier. That's enough chit chat for now. Let's get into the project.
You try to burn me down, but my spirit just refined like a phoenix from the ash.
I completely forgot a crucial step, I guess, and that is taking down the 2 boxes that I have up top of the closet from storage, because it contains some of my colder weather clothing that I had left in there because it wasn't cold enough yet, but it is now. And then also it contains a few summer items too. And my goal with this project is to get everything down into my closet and to have nothing up there in storage. So I'm going to go ahead and get those boxes down and then take out the sweaters for now, and maybe I'll just shove them back to the side in the closet here.
I am stronger than before. I know that it's gold. Right, right, right.
I already have images for these 5 sweaters, and now I need to take pictures of this pile of sweaters. want to show you how I set the sweater up for flat lay. I try to mimic how the sweater will look on the body. For example, this sweater is really wide, and if I flat lay it out entirely, I know that's not how it will look. So I kind of ruched it up a little bit in certain places so that when I put it into an outfit within the wardrobe inventory, it will look a little bit more realistic. I decided to do this one on the hanger because it's a vintage cardigan, but I'm pretty sure it was shrunk at some point in its past life, and it's a little bit misshapen, and so when I lay it down flat, it can be kind of hard to make it look good. So I just went ahead and hang this one up.
I'm an expert at overthinking things that I shouldn't. You come across as a cool guy, someone who's the opposite. And all my friends are leaving, but I wanna stay here. Can we just stay here? Maybe just one more drink. I can't help but think, where have you been? All my life, all the lonely nights. You were always there at the same damn bar. I just never looked your way. And I'm seeing.
The last thing that I'm going to do today is go through my jeans. I do have images of some of these already. I have these ivory ones already documented. I have a pair of dark denim ones documented. I have these Levi's 90s jeans documented. I don't have these me-made ones documented. I do have these thrifted Citizens of Humanity ones documented, and I also have a photo for these Land's Ends ones that I thrifted. So I just have 2 pairs of jeans to photograph, and then I will be back tomorrow with an updated Indyx wardrobe catalog.
But I've never seen a color blue. Look into your eyes. Blue. When I'm nervous, I talk too much.
Welcome to day 2 of this project, and my plan for today is to photograph my dresses and a few pairs of pants and tops that I didn't have any images for, and I also hope to photograph my shoes and boots. I only have about a 2-hour window where I can do some photographing today, so I may not get to my larger accessories such as belts, but if not, I will finish those up tomorrow.
Bright pads on bare legs, you're like Charlie. Cheap trick, trying to keep myself real tough. Will I ever settle down? Steady even when it gets loud. When will it ever be enough? Ever be enough? Ever be enough? When will it ever be enough? Ever be enough? Ever be enough? If only I could find a way to put an angel on your shoulder, tell you true things every day. By the time you get older, maybe it could be enough. You don't have to be so tough. Maybe you could settle down, happy with the way it is now.
So I gave up on the process today, and I'm going to document my shoes and boots tomorrow when I document my belts.
Lean into the tension for release. Good things come with ease. Don't resist. Thoughts and words hold power to make life. You will always win if you keep your peace. Breathe in, breathe out. Just relax. Good will flow. Breathe in, breathe out. Healing comes as you grow. Do the things you know will light your fire. Make tomorrow proud of this day. Authentic is the key to connect. Build the skills you need to ride the waves. Breathe in, breathe out. Just relax. Good will flow.
That was a very eventful few days, but I'm really happy that I went ahead and inventoried all of my clothing. I do have a couple of categories of items that I do want to add at some point, such as my jewelry, and then larger accessories such as hats and scarves, but I will get to those at a later date. And I was actually thinking that maybe the jewelry inventory could be something that I do with you here on the channel. So if that's something you'd be interested in, just let me know in the comment section. One of the reasons that I wanted to catalog my wardrobe was so that I could finally know how many items of clothing that I actually owned. And I was also really interested in the breakdown of items per category, color composition, as well as whether or not the item was new or secondhand. And I wanted to know what percentage of my wardrobe was secondhand. And I love that the app that I'm using is giving me that information, and I wanted to share that with you. So before I get into the statistics, I just wanted to say the total count of items that I have in my wardrobe, including handbags, shoes, and some of my accessories, but excluding loungewear, workout wear, is 131 items, which is not as much as I thought I was going to have, but it's maybe more than I would like to have. Let me know if you think that is a lot of clothing to own. So in terms of category, and not really surprising, most of my items fall under the tops category, but I feel like that is so wide because it includes shirts, blouses, light jackets, tank tops, and so in that category I have 44 items, or 34% of my wardrobe. followed by bottoms, which include jeans, pants, and skirts. And in that category, I am half at 22 items or 17%. And then for shoes, outerwear, one piece, which is a dress, accessories, and bags, they came in at 16, 15, 14, 11, and 9 items respectively. And then we get to color, and not surprising, I own mostly black at 28%. But I was really happy to see that there are other colors that I own as well. 15% for white, 13 for blue, 11 for gray, 9 for brown, and then some smaller percentages for the other colors. I have made a goal this year to not buy any black clothing unless I find something really amazing, and that hasn't happened, so I haven't actually added any black clothes this year. So I think that really helped the other numbers come up a little bit. As for source, I was really interested in this statistic because I wanted to know what percentage of my wardrobe was made by me. And from the app, I can see that 8% of my wardrobe are items that I have made myself. And I would like to get that number a little bit higher, so that might be a focus for me in 2026. And then finally, for new versus secondhand, 77% of my wardrobe is secondhand and 23% is new. And I knew that I had quite a few secondhand items, but it's kind of nice to see that 3/4 of my wardrobe has been purchased in the secondhand market. And as somebody who is a lover and advocate for secondhand fashion, I feel really happy to see that in a statistic. Well, that's it for this video, and I hope that you enjoyed watching the process I went through to digitally catalog my wardrobe. And if it's something that you were thinking about doing, I hope that you picked up some tips along the way that would make it easier for you. I'd love to hear in the comments if you have already done something like this, or if you would be interested in doing something like this, or even if you track your purchases and your outfits some other way, such as with pen and paper or on your computer in a spreadsheet, or even if you just use the backward hanger method. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you being here so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.